Now we will learn about roster form. So we already learned that how to write a set. So it's a collection of elements. Remember all these words like set, collection, well defined, element, curly brackets. So these are all the terms we use in this chapter. So it's like a vocabulary of sets. So whenever you see sets, you hear these words oftentimes. So try to use this terminology more and more. I mean vocabulary. So if you use these words more and more, you learn these things very easily. Don't hesitate to say these things. So whenever you are writing a set, tell that I am writing a set and these are my elements. So if you keep saying these things, so it will be like or to say you are like well familiar to those words. Okay, so try to use those words. Okay, roster form. So when you are writing that collection of stamps, let's go by the same example again and again so that you would understand these sets easily. So this is my collection of stamps and I wrote all my collections. So stamp 1, stamp 2, stamp 3, stamp 4, stamp 5 and a stamp 6. These are all my stamps. So I wrote it in a curly bracket form. So this is called a roster form. Roster form is what? We are listing all the elements, nothing but our stamps, but here in mathematical term we call elements. So this is a collection of stamps. If I have a collection of coins, then I have a 25 paise coin, 1 paise, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, I have a different one, then rupees 10. So for example, I have 5 coins in my collection, in my set. So we remove duplicates. So we made it distinct. Distinct means not same. So they are two, these two are distinct. Okay, because they are not same. So I have a coin collection thing. So these are two different sets, and I'm repeating again. I put a curly brackets and these are all elements. So these are all stamps actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are stamps. These are coins, isn't it? These are all coins. These are all stamps. We, in mathematical term, we gave a name, element. Whether it is a stamp or a coin, if it is within these curly brackets, we say that as an element. It could be stamp or it could be coin, it could be number, it could be anything. It could be toothpaste or anything. In mathematical, if we are writing within something curly brackets, we call it as element. Element could be a coin, stamp or anything. So now onwards, that is easy, right? Rather knowing what it is, we can simply go with element. Okay, so these are all elements. Listing out all the elements within the curly brackets is called roster form. So we already learnt it. So this is, since we are listing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everything, or 25 paise, 1 paise, rupee 1. So all this is called, so this is called roster form. So we learnt roster form. There is one other form that is called set builder form. Okay, set builder form is another form we can write. So sometimes, okay, let's take an example. Let's make our stamp collection example little bit complicated. For example, this is my collection. My friend is there. So my friend Rakesh. My friend Rakesh collected all the stamps of India. So, for example, India released 1,000 stamps. Every time, whenever India releases a new stamp, he go to postal office and collects his stamp. So he pays money and gets the stamp. So think that okay, my friend Rajesh has all 1,000 stamps. If you want to write it in a roster form, so let's take his Rakesh collection, right? So Rakesh collection of stamps. Let's denote with R. So this is his collection. If you want to write it in a roster form, we have to write it like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 1,000. It will be like we don't in we need a notebook to write only Rakesh collection of stamps. All these elements will be so lengthy, right? So rather defining like this, so mathematicians thought okay, if Rakesh wants to write his set, it will be like taking a book. We need to find something very easy to write it in a line. That is called set builder form. The set builder form is like it will explain everything what an element in this one. So here the element is a stamp, right? Element is a stamp. So we write it in a different way that curly brackets are same, but the definition will write. So how we will write is this is the set. So the curly brackets is the set. The set of what? All x. All x values. How the x is? The set of, this is the set of all x. X is nothing but stamp, right? So x is such that, now I will write. How the x is? X is a stamp released by Indian government since 1947. Okay, so I have to write this curly brackets here. So if you read the statement thoroughly, so the way we have to read this statement is, here this is the set of all x. How the x is? X is such that x is a stamp released by Indian government since 1947. So instead of writing 1,000 stamps, India released more than 1,000 stamps, I guess. So, but I'm just taking a number to make you understand set builder form. So I am building a statement here. The statement will define all these 1,000 stamps. So such a way I prepared my building statement. So this is called builder. So is no our home builders, house builders are there, right? It's the same thing. This is a set builder. It's not a house building one, it's a set building one. How the set building one? This is my statement. The set of all x such that x is a stamp released by Indian government since 1947. So this statement gives all these 1,000 stamps. We can write all these 1,000 elements one after the other. That is called roster form. We can write it in roster form, but sometimes roster form doesn't make sense. We need books to write all those things. That's the reason we go with X. Set builder form with X notation. We can take x, y, or anything. We can write the set of all y such that y is a stamped register. So if you write x here, define what is x. That's it. You can put y, z, anything. No matter what to say, you can write anything. So we can write sets in two forms: roster form by listing all the elements, or it in set builder form with a statement. Thank you.